All right, what's going on, y'all? Today we're going to be talking about how to create boundaries with women and kind of asking them about theirs and kind of having that boundary conversation, because it can be a very daunting thing. So I'll say this. The last thing you want to do is like make so you should make a checklist, but don't make it seem like you've made a checklist. Does that make sense? So when you talk to the woman, you can't be like, okay, A, okay, B, okay, what do you think about C? No. Your best bet is to have a conversation with her, and the things that you want to know will be revealed automatically when she's comfortable. And so let's say you don't want a woman that goes out that much. Instead of saying, how much do you go out? You say, so what do you do for fun? And this is a question you have to ask with a non-judgmental tone, like deep into the conversation. So after she's already comfortable, told you a couple secrets, then you go, so what's your weekend look like? If she goes, oh, me and the girls usually get ready at like 11:30 and hit the club at 1, she's fried. She's fried. She's fried. Okay? But you have to ask kind of sideways questions in order for women to be honest with you most of the time. Because like if you come off judgmental, so this is true. Like if a woman likes you and you come off judgmental and then you ask her something that you want to know the answer to, if she knows the answer is something you don't want to hear, she will fabricate her answer in such a way where you'll appreciate it. And so to avoid that, you have to ask sideways questions. Let's say I want to know what a woman was doing yesterday. Instead of being like, what were you doing yesterday? That's a bad example. Let's say I wanted to know, this is a good one. Let's say I wanted to know whether a woman wants children. Okay, you could ask her, hey, do you want any kids? Maybe she'll say yes or no, but this is a cheat code. I haven't actually done this, but this is gonna work. But I would say, do you have any kids? And then based off of her reaction to that question is what she thinks about children. If she goes, ew, no, fuck that. But if she goes, not yet, but I'm really, looking forward to some, that's all you need to know. But if you ask her, do you want kids? Sometimes they'll be like, I don't really know, blah, 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 blah. But you can get her natural reaction to that question. Does that kind of make sense, what I'm saying? You ask the question sideways to get the answer you actually want. And so for creating boundaries specifically, you need to have you need to create strict boundaries. If the woman does not abide to your boundaries, get a new woman. It's that fucking simple. You're the man, you run the relationship. And so let's say you have a boundary of, and I can make a whole video on like cheating and micro cheating and all this bullshit. Basically, cheating is an intimate or romantic exchange of energy with a person that isn't you. And so that could be anything. And there's certain women that are very, touch friendly and smiley and shit like that. That's not cheating. But anyways, I digress. Honestly, what the fuck was I saying? So yeah, like when you're creating the boundaries, you have to specifically have your boundaries in place. So I think personally, the way that you should define your boundaries is you have to initially know what kind of woman you actually want. So you have to be honest with yourself. If you want a hoe, your boundaries are going to be different than a guy who wants a wife. And be honest with yourself. Don't lie. If you want a bitch to fuck, it's going to be a waste of your time and energy, but your boundaries should be different. You should be okay with her talking to other men, okay? Can't lie to you. And so you define your boundaries. Okay, you can write these down. You could say, boo, 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 I want this, and this. You define them specifically. And then you have to be prepared for a woman to cross that boundary. Because they don't, if you don't have a ton of experience, or you don't know a certain thing, let's say she does something and you just don't like it, you can't allow that to continue to happen. You have to nip it in the bud immediately. And when you do that, you have to basically not be open for negotiation. So what you can do is you could see where she's coming from. You set the boundary. Give you an example. Woman goes out on a weekend, gets piss hammered, comes back, throws up on the floor, right? That's insane. And you're dating her for like 3 weeks. And you're like, hey, what's going on? Obviously don't confront her super hard. Be like, hey, what was that? Is everything cool? Blah, blah, blah. Now, if she's like, oh yeah, no, it's usually every weekend, blah, blah, blah. And you go, yeah, I don't know if that's something I'm going to allow. And she goes, oh, well, that's just my life. Drop the bitch. Get a new one. But, if she folds when you set that boundary, good. That's how it should be. There's no room for negotiation on your fucking boundaries. As a man, they're your boundaries, period. Now she's gonna have hers. Yours are more important than hers, okay? At the end of the day, if she does not abide to your boundaries, get a new one. Cross it off. Doesn't fucking matter. This is only true if your boundaries are reasonable. Okay, so like if you like you can't expect a woman to not talk to any men ever in her life. That's not gonna fucking happen. But what you should be looking for is for her not to exchange intimate energy. This can be through text, this can be through hugging, this can be through conversation, okay? You want her to keep intimate energy with you. However you plan on getting that done, that's up to you. Your boundaries are the most important. You're the man, you set the frame for the fucking relationship. So you have to be very specific with the boundaries you create, okay? And when you are making them, when that conversation comes up, don't be strict. Don't be a fucking school teacher, okay? Don't be, this isn't the military. This is a woman, okay? So you have to treat her like a woman. And women don't think like men because they're not fucking men. They think like women. And so you have to be very careful, and you have to be willing to listen, and things like this. Listen, have a conversation, but do not negotiate your fucking boundaries. All right, that's today's video.